Hello, everybody. This is Don Markland with Accountability Now, and welcome to the Morning Jolt, where we give you small tidbits of data, information, and inspiration to make better decisions today. It's a tactical podcast about making today better today. I wanted to share my thoughts about a recent event that happened at the tail end of last week. Everyone has talked about it. It's been all over the news. And it's been online. It's about the passing of the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This is not a political podcast. This is not political commentary. But I wanted to share my thoughts about this inspiring woman, activist, and leader. And regardless if you're a supporter of Justice Ginsburg, the actions of her life and what she stood for, I'm not asking you to support her. I'm just asking that you take example of the principles of why and how she lived, and take example of that and see how that I can apply to your life today, whether you're a parent, whether you're a daughter or a son or a business leader or an entrepreneur. There are lessons from Justice Ginsburg that we can all apply today. And it's remarkable when we take examples like that from people that we might not agree with that are inspiring and can make us better. First, Justice Ginsburg really taught be your own person. She said, quote, "My mother told me to be a lady, and for her that meant be your own person, be independent." Being independent, that's the end of the quote. She said later, I want you to think about this. Being independent doesn't mean it's your solo act alone. Now think about that. Just being alone is okay. It means you're confident enough to make your own decisions. You're secure enough to know you don't have to rely on others to have value. You're a child of God. In a marriage, you don't need your spouse to know you have value. In a team, a work team, you don't need the rest of the team to know you contribute, you mean something. Your decisions matter. You contribute to the whole, of course, but you make a difference. She taught that. Secondly, she taught the importance of kindness. Justice Ginsburg said, "You can disagree without being disagreeable." Throughout her storied career of fighting for what she believed, some of her dearest friends fought against her, and they fought adamantly. One of her early college deans said to her he did not see her determined pursuit of equal rights was even a valid argument. But she continued to be kind to him over and over and over, even though he disagreed with her. This dean would later fully befriend her and embrace her entire work. She reminds me of the quote from Buddha that says, when it's the water versus the stream, or when it's the stream versus the rock, the stream always wins because the stream is persistent. Kindness always wins over time. And Justice Ginsburg taught that. And last, Justice Ginsburg taught about the word grit. Ensure that you have developed grit in your character. From a very young age, Justice Ginsburg had many challenges. She was bookish, she was studious, and in many respects, she did not socialize like many of the, quote, cool kids, unquote, as she grew up. And when she attended college, she was faced with additional remarkable and challenging adversities and discrimination because of her gender, because of her religion. And then, if that isn't enough, while going to law school, her husband Marty was diagnosed with cancer, and she chose to not only take care of him full-time, but she continued to pursue her own personal studies in law. Many people wouldn't have done that. They would have given up. They would have chosen, I'm just going to be the caretaker and take care of my husband. But she chose both. You can't choose both. You can't choose to have it all unless you have grit. That's the lesson for entrepreneurs, for parents. If you want to have it all, the great family, the great work life, the great work-life balance, and great work-life harmony. If you want to have every piece of happiness in your life, you have to have grit. Angela Duckworth, the world's leading expert on grit, the much-hyped ingredient in personal success, she defines it. It is passion and sustained persistence applied toward long-term achievement. There is no doubt that every single one of us can learn more about grit from Justice Ginsburg and her life. Independence, kindness, grit. Ginsburg. Thank you so much for teaching us, being an inspiration to me, to my family, to millions of others. If we can all just have a fraction of your independence, your kindness, and your grit, we'll be so much better. If you want more content, first, please leave a review and subscribe on Apple or Spotify. You can follow me on Forbes. New articles coming out this week is going to blow your mind. You can follow me on Twitter at Don Markland or on Instagram, executivecoach.don. Go to my website, accountabilitynow.net. Get a free ebook on there now. Or as always, check out my company, the greatest digital marketing agency in the world, 411 Locals. And folks, this is your Morning Jolt.